Welcome to the Sulky. Bob Hayden joined by Yannick Gingras. He's back. He was at Sweden last week, and he's back now to return to the Big M. And what was the trip like, Yannick?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I've been there a couple times, and what a fun atmosphere it is. The whole weekend is it's very special. The crowd goes crazy, and it's just a cheering part of it. You can have big crowds anywhere, but that crowd over there, they start at 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, 10 o'clock in the morning anyway. I was in the first race, and they're already screaming, and they never stop till 6.
Now we're going to take a look. Let's take a look right away at Pinkman, the Hamiltonian winner. Let's see what he did. He went over there in the 4-year-old race. Take us through the race here. What happened?
He felt really good. He was a different horse when he hit the racetrack over there. He'd been running out pretty good here, but Jimmy got him fixed, and he was so good. I knew he was on, and in the stretch, I knew Uncle Lass would be coming, but I just try to keep him to his task, and he did the rest. He's just a really, he's a great horse.
It's kind of nice when Hamiltonian winners goes overseas and wins a race. And how did they receive the Hambo winner over there?
Oh, they were going crazy, but they do it for every race, no matter what they are. But maybe it was a little bit special having a Hamiltonian winner there. It don't happen very often. Obviously, we know that most of them get retired, go to stud. Thankfully for me, this one's a gelding, so he's going to be around for a little while. But we were in the winner's circle, and you get goosebumps. Just even thinking about it now. You have so many people screaming and cheering and applaud. So it was a great feeling.
Is it kind of like the jug when they're giving out the roses and stuff afterwards, the celebration, greeting the fans, that kind of thing? Not
at all. Unfortunately, with the jug, a lot of people are trying to get out of there. So you don't have the big crowd still. I mean, it's a little bit different maybe in the Elite Lap. That weekend because it wasn't the last race, so obviously the crowd was still around. But it's a complete different feeling, and I've never had it like this. It was really special.
How about I think 10 of the 17 horses in the Elite Lap were owned out of Sweden. What does it mean to a guy like Jimmy Takter? He's from there. He came there. He's transplanted.
Yeah, I can't imagine what it means for him. It must definitely be great. The American-bred horses did unbelievable all weekend. Obviously Nuncio, the winner, and Resolve, 2 American-bred horse, Pinkman, Uncle Lasse, Divisionist, and French Laundry, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the 4-year-old race, and then in Wild Honey won also that weekend. So American-bred were really well represented over there, and like I said, it was a good time.
And we might have had more. They were trying to get more American horses over there too. What about that 140-yard race? They have that race once a year over there. How can it's 140 meters, which is 130 yards. What's the story behind that race?
I don't know what the story is, but it's pretty short. I like speed, but that's really it's really after length of the stretch. So it's definitely different. But you know what, the fans liked it. There was 9 horses, 3 horse field, and they came back for a second race. So something different. They have different distance over there and longer, obviously shorter as well. But I think it makes it interesting anyway, and it keeps people guessing as far as betting.
Yeah, and a 10-year-old won the race too, so that kind of kept everybody guessing too.
Yeah.
But tomorrow night we have the Sire Stakes. Let's take a look at some of your assignments. How about Rock and Roll Vision in the Sire Stakes tomorrow night? She was 25-1 with you when she was second first time with you.
I really liked her. Dustin Joan, the trainer, had nothing but good things to say about her when he sent her over, and he told me that he thought she'd do really well with the style of racing here in New Jersey, and she sure did race good. Obviously, Rockstar, the Andrews filly, she's the one to beat, no doubt about it. She's maybe maybe a big standout, but I think my filly raced really good, and she had the week off, but she's raced 6-7 times already this year, so the week off is just going to help her. I think she's going to be ready for a big performance tomorrow night.
Okay, All the Time won by 7 1/4 lengths. She was well backed. Jimmy Takter, all Muscle Hill fillies. I think there's 8 of them in there. Talk to us a little bit about the filly All the Time.
She's a sweetheart. She couldn't have won much easier than she did. That night. She's a little bit maybe a step ahead of the class she was. The horse she was in that race. It's going to get tougher tomorrow. There's some different fillies that she hadn't faced this year, but I think she's a standout in that one. It's her race to lose, and I think she'll be tough to beat.
And I believe Southwind Frank tomorrow enters the race for the first time ever where he doesn't have the fastest mark in the field. Because last week we saw Maven's Way go 51-4. How's Southwind Frank doing? How's he ready for a second start?
Oh, I think he's ready to rock. He didn't have the fastest mile, but I think the track condition last week, looking at the result, now I wasn't here, but looking at the result, every race went fast. Time don't really mean nothing. He went 2/5 of a second slower, but the week before, but like I said, the track conditions were different, and he was totally wrapped up. So Post 8, but I think Post 8. No, I read somewhere where Ronnie thought it was a bit of a concern to him. I think it's actually not a bad thing. We're looking to either if they mix it up, pretty good, we'll get a spot somewhere, and if they don't mix it up, then it will be the last one to the front. So the Post 8 don't bother me one bit.
Is Southwind Frank lacking anything right now as we enter June?
No, I couldn't be any happier with him. He's had a really good winter. I trained him a few times, and every time I trained him, I was happy with him. And in all qualifiers and his first start, he's got a good mouth on him. He's got a great head. His gait is as good as it could be. There's no problem there, and he's got all the speed. I think he's got all the tools to be a great horse. I'm really looking forward to this year. And tomorrow's just a step, but August, whatever the first Saturday, I think is the 6th, is the night we're looking for. And I think he'll be ready for it.
One question before we let you go and get ready for tonight's action: the free-for-all division, Rock and Ron, Wiggle It and Jiggle It, Freaky Feet Pete, Always Be Mickey. Does it get any better than that?
No, I think the fans are going to be in for a treat this year. There's so many of them. All the drivers as well. Like Montreal has done a great job with Wiggle and Jiggle It, but he's not a regular guy, so you don't know. And Trace with Freaky Feet Pete, and so it's not the same guys that drive against each other all the time with these horses. So I think it's going to make racing even more interesting. And like you said, there's 4, 5, 6 of them, and we're probably forgetting some too. It's a really deep group, and it's going to be a matter of who's going to stay sharp the longest.
Yannick, a 2-time leading money-winning driver in North America, has just joined us. Yannick, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight, and good luck tomorrow night in the finals.
Thank you very much.